Hello. In this video, we will learn about navigating and selecting cells, rows, and columns in Excel.
It's important to know how to efficiently navigate and select cells in Excel. So for example, if I'm here on cell E3 at the top over here, if I want to quickly go down to the last cell in this column, I can click Control button and then down arrow. I immediately drop down to the last cell in the column. If I want to go to the last column, I can press Control again and then right arrow. And I jump down to the last column. From here, if I press Control and up arrow, I go to the first cell in the column. And if I press again Control left key, I go to the first cell in that row. So it's basically more useful if it's a large data set. If I go to the next sheet, and from here, if I press Control and down arrow, see, I immediately jump down to the 5402nd row. From here, I can press Control right arrow and I jump to the last column. And from here, Control up arrow and I go to the top. You can select cells from the mouse like this. And if you want to select multiple cells, you can just drag the mouse to select multiple cells. You can just drag the mouse and you can select multiple cells. So here we were selecting cells that were next to each other. But if I want to select cells that are not next to each other, we call this non-contiguous cells. So if I select this cell over here and I want to select another cell maybe over here, I can press the Control button and then click the mouse. While I have the Control button pressed, I can select like this. So different cells I can select using the Control and the mouse button. If I want to select these cells also, I can select the first range, press Control, second range, third range, and finally the fourth cell using the Control button. But if I want to select the whole column over here, this column like this, then I can click on the first cell, then I press Control button, Shift button, and then down arrow. And if I want to select all of the columns, I can press Control Shift and then right arrow. If I want to select this whole row, I can press Control Shift and then right arrow. And if I want to go select the whole range, I can press Control Shift down arrow. If I want to select the whole column, I can just keep the mouse like this. And when I get a black down arrow, I can click on that. And that will select the whole column down to the end of the worksheet. And if I want to select this row, I can just click on that row when the black arrow comes. After I select maybe one column, if I want to select more columns, I can just drag with the mouse pointer. I can select one row and with the mouse, I can drag. If I want to select columns that are not next to each other, I can press the Control key and then click on the other columns. Same for rows. I can click Control and then I can click on the other rows. From this cell, if I want to go one cell at a time and then select, I can press the Shift button and then the arrow key. So I can keep on adding one cell at a time. Now, while Shift is pressed, if I press the down arrow, I select the second row and I can keep pressing the down arrow and select the range, expand the range. And with the back arrow, I can deselect. And with the up arrow, I can again deselect. This is done while I keep the Shift button pressed. With the arrow keys, I can keep changing the range. If I want to select all of this data, I can use the shortcut key Control and A. So if I click over here inside this range, I can press Control and A. And it will select all of the data. And if I click outside on an empty cell and I press Ctrl A, it will select the whole worksheet. So if it's inside the data, it will only select the whole set of data, Ctrl A, and outside it will select the whole worksheet. There's another way to select the whole worksheet. You can come to the corner of the grid over here and click on that. It will also select the whole sheet.
Thanks for watching.